Welcome, fellow watch lovers. Today we're looking at the Martin SN020. This is the 3, 6, and 9 dial layout, and it has the coral blue finish. This is effectively the same watch that I've reviewed previously, except for that it has a different color dial as well as different indices, as well as the applied logo instead of the printed logo. The dimensions and weight are exactly the same as the other piece, so I won't go into that. I will say that only difference on the inside is this one happens to have the Epson YN55 movement in it, and the other model sometimes comes with the YN55 movement, but my particular one has N835. As I've reviewed the other watch already and provided detail on that one, the main thing to look at here is really the dial. We do have applied indices as well as the applied logo. The indices and hands are filled with Swiss Luminova BGW9. It is well applied and it lasts for a respectable amount of time given the area of the lume plots. We do have the dome sapphire crystal, which causes just a little bit of distortion at the edges. I like the fact this has a very shallow rehort, and therefore the dial really ends up popping out, even though it does have a nice thick piece of glass on top. The color is certainly the interesting choice here, as the watch this has an homage to does not come in this type of color. It's one of those colors that's interesting in the fact that it's not going to go with very many things that are in your wardrobe. Obviously, it goes with whites, it goes with grays and silvers, but when you start trying to pair it with blue, it may clash quite a bit because most men's shirts are going to be in a royal blue, which is probably okay for this, but once you start getting into medium blues and lighter blues, then this color in particular is probably not going to actually match it and may end up feeling like it almost clashes a little bit. But if you wear a lot of gray shirts and white shirts and things like that, then this can be a good match and add a pop of color. This is arguably the most comfortable watch I have to wear. It's the same as the other SN020 that I have with the dark blue dial, equal amount of comfort because they're the same watch. I thought the Explorer style layout of the indices worked pretty well with this case, as well as the color option. Of course, they also make a model that has this type of layout in the same color, but I thought I'd add the variety here to the collection as well, make it stand out even more than the other piece. These pieces are very well finished, nice fine brushing on the top of the lugs as well as on the bracelet. There's a very high polish and it is well executed around the bezel and as well as the side of the case, though I probably would have just preferred having the brush sides, but that's the choice they made. We do have the San Martin hex logo that matches the applied logo on the dial and then also on the clasp. The clasp does not have the new on-the-fly adjustment system, but it's the same kind that we're traditionally used to with the 4 micro adjusts. And we have the plain case back. Size for my 7.5-inch wrist, we have about 35 grams. For the other size details, I'll leave a link down below for the other watch, as they're exactly the same. Wanted to keep this short as I've already reviewed the other piece, but wanted to give you a look at the color and the layout and just overall what it looks like here. And hope you find this review helpful. and there's a link to purchase this piece if you're interested in the comments.